Last time we talked about what does a godly husband look like? And before we move on to talk about godly wives, I wanted to quickly share with you this article I read by Dr. Douglas Flanders, who, after 25 years of marriage, wrote this little advice article about 25 ways to express love to your wife. And I think they're pretty simple and they're pretty practical. I think anybody can do them. And so I'm just going to quickly share them with you, men, as you think about and pray about becoming a godly husband. You'll understand it's not just about the quote spiritual, it's about the practical as well. It's not just about the big things, it's also about the small things. So, number one, listen. To be truly heard and understood is the longing of every human heart. Your wife is no exception. Number two, communicate. Don't make her guess what you're thinking or feeling. And I would say communicate honestly but respectfully. Consider the golden rule: treat others the way that you would want to be treated in communication. Number three, sing her praises. Brag about her good qualities and quietly pray about her bad ones. Number four, pray for her and with her. This keeps her needs at the forefront of your heart and mind, but it is also an intimacy building exercise. I don't understand why it's so hard and so rare for Christian couples to pray together. Praying with one another and for one another is one of the most important and powerful things you can do for your marriage. You say, well, that's not me. Well, maybe that's the problem. Maybe what you need is something more than you. And that's why prayer, one of the reasons why prayer can be such a bonding agent, such a powerful intimacy builder between you and your wife and between you two and God together. Value her individuality. Your wife is wonderfully unique. Don't make comparisons. Number six, put the seat down. A little consideration goes a long way. Number seven, throw dirty clothes in the hamper or the dirty clothes basket or wherever it is, but don't leave your dirty clothes lying around on the floor. Don't act like your wife is the personal maid. Number eight, turn off the TV. Consciously set limits on your tube time, whatever form it takes. Number nine, loosen the purse strings. Your wife is well worth the occasional splurge. Don't be a miser. Number 10, practice servant leadership. Model Jesus Christ, not Joseph Stalin or any other dictators that you can think of. Number 11, intimacy is a two-way street. Make it as pleasurable for her as it is for you. Number 12, give her time to herself. Everyone needs an occasional break to rest and recharge. And especially if your wife is more of an introvert, she needs more alone time than if she's an extrovert. Number 13, set aside couple time. Whatever gets the two of you alone on a regular basis. There's the joke about the couple that had been married for 60 years and they were asked what was the secret of their long marriage. And the husband answered, uh, dinner out every week. Her nights are Tuesdays out and my nights are Thursdays out. But the fact of the matter is, couple time together, making that a priority is a way to love your wife. It's also a way to love yourself. Number 14, be careful with female friendships. Not all affairs are physical ones, and not all affairs started with the intention of breaking up your marriage. Number 15, use good hygiene. Clean up a little. I promise it won't kill you. I read recently they were asking women across the country, what's something that you wish your husband knew that would improve your relationship a little bit sexually? And they said, if he would just practice good hygiene. There were so many that answered this way. If he would just shave, if he would just take a shower, if he would just brush his teeth, if he would just use deodorant. And it blew my mind that this wouldn't be just basic common sense. But apparently, what used to be common sense is not so common anymore. Number 16, limit the gross stuff. Good manners are always a win. Yes, there are things you should be able to do in your own house, but if you can minimize those things around the presence of your wife, all the better for showing your love and your respect for your wife. Number 17, be patient. In whatever way this applies to you and your situation, apply it. Number 18, cherish her children. Kindness to them counts as kindness to her, and that means whether you shared these children biologically or not. Number 19, choose her over hobbies and buddies. It doesn't mean you'll always have to, but when it comes down to showing your love for her, and you can tell that making that choice will make a deposit into her emotional bank account, then do it. Number 20, provide for her needs. Often the effort is as important as the outcome. Try to provide for her needs, even when you can't completely do it. 21, dial down the anger. Every outburst or flare up is a relationship setback. Number 22, cut out the condescension. Speak to your wife as a respected colleague, as a worthy teammate, as an equal partner. Number 23, actively seek out your wife's insights. Give her input a preferential place in decision making. It doesn't mean she always has to get her way and you never get to have yours. It means give consideration, listen, be understanding, weigh the options, and making sure that you are giving serious consideration to hers. Number 24, learn to forgive. Forgiveness is at the heart of every meaningful relationship. And as I've mentioned before, and will no doubt mention again, someone has said marriage is really about two great sinners who are learning to forgive well. I should say a healthy marriage, a good marriage, a lasting marriage is about two great sinners learning, practicing to forgive well. And then finally, verbally express your love. Women still like to hear it spoken, and especially if one of your wife's primary love languages is words of affirmation. Tell her you love her as well as showing it. One should not be a substitute for the other. They should supplement one another. Tell her and show her and tell her. It means more to her than it means to you. So why not do it as a way of expressing your love to her when you know it's meaningful to her? We will talk about what a godly wife looks like on the next episode of Marriage Matters with McCracken.